Okay, perhaps you can see just how cloudy my windscreen has become. I'm going to try to use a commonly found product. This is Meguiar's PlastX, and we're going to try to clean this windshield up. This can be found at Walmart, Amazon. I've never used it before, so we're going to see together how well this works on clearing up clouded plexiglass or plastic windscreens like this. Welcome to Urban Monk TV. Okay, so to begin, what am I going to use for tools to put this product on? I have a lot of tools. I actually have a auto polisher or buffer machine. I've got drills and attachments with foam like pads that'll go on there and rotate. Or the instructions say that you can do this by hand. I'm going to take the approach that not everyone has every tool in the world, and because this windscreen isn't that large a surface, I think it's most helpful to do this by hand and see the result. You know, I haven't yet seen the result myself. I haven't done this yet. I'm recording this as I go, so perhaps I'll find I do want to get some mechanical devices out in the end to finish this job off, but we'll see. The first thing we got to do is start with a as clean as we can surface. So let's do that. I'm just using regular glass cleaner with ammonia. I've tried a lot of glass cleaners of various brands over the years, and if they don't have ammonia in them, they don't tend to work as well. They leave streaks. While I'm doing this, I want to explain how this windscreen got to this condition. I was riding in Death Valley, and there was a really strong wind, and I was literally just riding into a sandstorm. I ended up ducking behind the windscreen to save the visor on my helmet, but the whole front part of my bike was essentially being sandblasted while I rode. And, that's part of the adventure, right? So you can see when I wet this, it immediately starts looking clear. It's because all of the little micro pits that those sand kernels or grains of sand put into it, you can see as it dries, it starts clouding up. So this literally fills the little pits momentarily while it's still wet, and you can see through it better. But as it dries, the cloudiness comes back. So this is a microfiber cloth. The other thing I thought about is taking the windscreen off of the motorcycle and, working like on my workbench or on a table or something. But I thought, it's mounted on here. This is holding it nicely for me. So I'm just going to do it right on the bike. Otherwise, it might be sliding around, and I don't know. This is how I'm choosing to do it. Now, will I be able to polish like right up around where these mounting points are and underneath these little covers and things? No, but do I ever look through those while I'm riding? Like, it isn't that critical, right? I just want to clear up this area up here that I tend to be looking at the road through. It's more of a cosmetic thing, making my bike look nice, even though it's got 99,500 miles on it right now. And on that note, stay tuned for a new review of my Suzuki V-Strom. At 100,000 miles, I will do what I've done before. Last one was at 85,000 miles. I'll post a link to that here, where I take the top of the engine off and really do some measurements of valve clearances. I do some measurements of compression, and just kind of go beyond my anecdotal review of how well the bike is treating me and try to put some real mechanical metrics behind how well this bike is actually holding up after all those miles. So this is looking pretty clean to me. Everything else seems to be on the back side of it. Maybe I'll clear that up or clean it up too. So just getting in close here, you can see that cloudiness. You can also see my light, can't you? This is what we're going to be trying to remove. And there are some pits, like that's a little nick that I don't think I imagine I'll get that out entirely, but so the instructions for this say to just use a small amount of the product on a foam applicator pad or a terry cloth towel. I've just cut out a little piece from an old bath towel that, old bath towels and old t-shirts and things tend to make their way into the garage for just such kinds of purposes. So one at a time, rub thoroughly onto plastic. This says headlight, but any plastic. And then wipe off residue with a clean microfiber or terry cloth towel before the product dries. I mean, pretty simple. So my approach is I'm going to try to do lots of little circles and swirls, not straight lines back and forth, because this actually has a bit of an abrasive in it. It's a polishing compound, essentially. So just like I would on paint, and I did a lot of polishing and using abrasive polishes like this on building Mr. Corton, my cafe racer. I'll put up a link to a video of doing some of that painting right here, but how you can take, a uneven surface of paint and smooth that out and eventually polish it till it shines almost like a mirror. Same thing with aluminum. I've done a lot of aluminum polishing on the same bike, frankly. Check out the videos on that. So let's get started. Kind of a nice light blue color. And then I'm going to work in sections, reversing my circles. I have a little sticker down here that's a transponder for the express lanes here in my local area, so I'm not obviously getting it on that. Trying to be as random as I can, but stay within my section. Now let me get a clean terry cloth towel and wipe that. I did that section for about a minute. Sorry, I lied. I got a clean, brand new microfiber towel. Let me grab the camera. We'll look at the difference here. I think you can clearly see the difference there. Right here. See how there's a kind of a distinct line between the clearer and the more cloudy? Definitely did something. Let's keep going. Okay, I just did half here. Let me grab the camera. Of course, the back side makes a difference too, but so I cleaned that up a little bit just so we're looking through clear as best we can. You can definitely tell a difference between the left half and the right half. I'm going to finish the job. I will say, after doing about 5 minutes of total, rubbing on all of the surfaces that I really care about here to see through, my right arm is all stiff. So if you do maybe want to, like if you're concerned about a repetitive stress injury or something, maybe you want to use a mechanical tool to do this. It would obviously go pretty quick, but or take a break and rest your arm. I'm switching over to my left here, which is not my dominant hand, but hey, I'm a drummer. I should be able to get something done with my left. Big improvement, I say. I'm going to hit this with Windex again now and just see. Now that I wipe it with Windex, I'm seeing a little cloudiness come back. So that leads me to believe that what this is doing is not only maybe smoothing the surface, but also filling in the little micro pits a bit. So I'm guessing what I want to do is end with this and polish it off, and then not remove this with the Windex. I may be discovering a limitation. So I did a quick reapplication of the polish, and now I'm just wiping it off per the instructions. At first glance, I'm pleased. It is better. Much more clear than it was before. So I don't know, maybe obviously I didn't use much product. The bottle is pretty large. Like there's 10 fluid ounces in here, which is 296 milliliters. I don't know if they sell this actual product in Europe or probably in Canada, where the metric is of interest. So I've got a lot of the product left. I'm just going to keep the bottle around like I do so many other paint cans and bottles and tubs and you name it. And if it clouds up again, I'm going to hit it again. But right now, it's vastly improved over where it was. The other option I looked at was replacing the windscreen with a brand new one, but I'm having trouble finding the tall version of this Moose Racing brand windscreen now. Like I found some of the shorter, like there's their standard windscreen for the V-Strom. There's a +2 inch and a +4 inch. And I'm a 6'1" guy. And for me, the +4 inch was feeling the best. I like the height of this one. I want to keep this one because I'm having trouble replacing it. So, that's it. We polished a windscreen. That product cost me less than $10. And it's easy to find. What's also easy to find is my book, Creating Mr. Corton, the memoir of building my custom cafe racer from a Suzuki GS 550, and the story of falling in love with motorcycling. A great gift for anyone who likes to read about the world of motorcycling in two wheels. Hey, don't forget to like this video and press that subscribe button if you would like to become an urban monk. Thanks for watching.